Hey everybody, Dope666 here. Welcome back to my February 2022 horror movie collection update. As you can hear, we've got my buddies in Sailing Before the Wind from Japan playing here. Enjoy that lovely melodious metalcore. And just letting you guys know that this is like the second or third time I've tried to get this one recorded so I could upload it. And the first time, something went wrong. Second time, the video just disappeared off my phone or some shit. Maybe I deleted it by accident. So we're going to try again to get this one up for this month. And yeah, let's get right into it. You guys know how I like to get it started, though. Already cracked this bad boy. It's just a rolling rock. Cheers, everybody. And keeping it real for the stoners still. Cheers again, guys. One more little wet the palate there. Alright, let's do it. Pretty big update as usual, guys. First thing we're going to start out with here today is another Asylum home entertainment flick. We have Corpses Are Forever. This is a really, as you might expect, cheesy, cheaply made Asylum flick zombie movie. It's kind of trying to like become sort of James Bondy. It's definitely got some stuff, some elements from those films, or at least it's trying to. But overall, it's just another Asylum flick. These are all usually pretty bad. This one's no exception. You know, we've got Debbie Rochon and Linnea Quigley, Felissa Rose, Brink Stevens, and Richard Lynch in here. So, you know, got some cool names, but overall, this is just not really good. Still, you know, I like to pick up Asylum flicks. I like cheesy flicks, so there you go. There's the first one. Another like a Dollar Tree pickup. We have Killer Tattooist. This is another one of those slasher movies where it's like, you know everything from the get-go. There's no suspense. There's not really any good kills either, as far as I could tell, you know, what I saw. And I don't know, it didn't have much for me. So Killer Tattooist was kind of a letdown, even for dollar store fodder. But, you know, if you really must, that's where I found it. So check it out if you must. Gonna keep it real with the Dollar Tree stuff, dollar store stuff. We have The Dawn. This one was okay. This is like a possession sort of movie, if you couldn't tell. You know, in a convent, and you know, it's like I said, I've been trying to get this video done for a while. I was probably a little more detailed about these, so excuse me if they're a little brief on this one. It's been a while since I've watched these at this point. So we have The Dawn, like I said. When did this one come out? 2020, 2019. This is fairly recent. Like I said, not bad, especially for dollar store fodder. But you know, possession movies have never really been my thing either. So if they are, check it out. Wasn't really my thing. It was okay. This one was much better. This is another possession sort of movie in a convent. We have St. Agatha. The performances in this movie were actually a lot better. Character interaction was really cool. It's kind of like a character study in a lot of ways. And yeah, you know, once again, for dollar store stuff, very happy to pick this one up. This was actually a pretty fun title for a possession movie. St. Agatha. Keeping it going with the dollar store stuff, we have The Witch in the Window. This one was actually really creepy in my opinion. You know, definitely could have been a lot better. I've seen a lot better haunted house movies, but honestly, this one, for what it is, I really liked it a lot. The child actor was good. The guy that played the dad was really good. Yeah, definitely would recommend checking out The Witch in the Window. I thought this one was worth checking out for sure, no matter what. Alright, got some more dollar store stuff here. We got a dollar store slasher. We have the Redwood Massacre. This is a very cheaply made movie. Another uncorked release, as it turns out. I usually really like uncorked, and this one's no exception. You know, I can recognize that it's a pretty badly made film, but, you know, for what it is, YouTube's gonna try and sneak some 2-minute long ads in here, and I ain't having it. Fuck out of here with that shit, you cucks. Anyways, back to the slasher movie here. This has all the makings of a really good traditional slasher. You know, there's some pretty good kills. It's kind of repetitive here and there with the kills, actually, but I like what they did with it. Not bad at all. Just another cheesy slasher movie, and as you guys know, that's usually my forte, so this one worked out pretty well. Steer clear if you're not really about that. Blow my nose real quick, guys. Alright, moving along. We have Hellraiser Judgment, which I believe is Hellraiser 10. This one was definitely a step up from Revelation, or Revelations, whichever it's called. This one's more recent, but not super recent either. It's 2016. I didn't even know this had come out. I believe they're still using the same guy as Pinhead, not Doug Bradley, but the guy that replaced him in Revelation. And like I said, this is a step up from that movie, but honestly, like, the only good Hellraiser films, the only truly good ones, I feel, are the first 3, and the first 2 especially. But, you know, worth picking up. I'm a completist, so there it is, Hellraiser Judgment. Got another cool one here. We have Antrum. I think this is a Russian film, but I might be mistaken. Anyways, it's an uncorked feature as well. I've heard a lot about this, you know, being a cursed film or whatever. Didn't do much in my life, if that's the case, because it's been a while since I watched it. It's very slow burn, very strange imagery throughout, you know, lots of subliminal messages echoing on the screen in like one frame or whatever. It's cool, you know, not a bad flick. I think people that don't like slow burns will obviously not like it too much, but if you're into just unnerving, strange films, I think Antrum's got something for you. Not bad at all. Alright. Got ourselves a snapper case of 13 Ghosts. Not going to talk too much about this movie. You guys know I really like it a lot. I've had it for a long time otherwise, but finally found a snapper case version of it, so had to pick it up. Got this really sick edition of Legend from 1985 or 86, I think. Fantasy film, really wacky, goofy fantasy film. But you know, it's got Tom Cruise and Mia Sara, and obviously, you know, the legendary Tim Curry in there. So really cool performances. You know, obviously a big budget, interesting flick. Just not one of my favorite fantasy flicks that I've seen, and happy to have it regardless. There's lots of extra features on this Ultimate Edition. Open it up a little bit. You guys can see there's 2 discs. Pretty cool. I like it. Moving on. We're going to get into some Blu-rays now, guys. We have, from 2005, Tobe Hooper's Mortuary. This was one of the first Tobe Hooper films I had seen. I think I saw Texas Chainsaw, maybe 1 or 2 others of his films, and then I came across this one, which is a later film from him. And, you know, upon rewatching it recently, I definitely didn't like it as much as I used to, but still, this has got a really creepy concept. I think it does okay. Regardless of how annoying the child actress is in this movie, she never stops fucking screaming, and it's the worst fucking scream. But, you know, like I said, creepy, original sort of concept, and I think it's worth checking out. So, happy to scoop that up on Blu-ray finally. I've had it in a multi-pack for years. Alright, from Kino Lorber, we have from 1988, Nightmare Beach. This is like an Italian-made slasher with American actors and whatnot. John Saxon's in it, obviously, you can see there. Kind of dull as far as slashers go. It's like much closer to a giallo, honestly, because the kills aren't always on screen, and it's kind of the same kill over and over and over, but interesting little flick. I liked it a lot, you know, enough that I'm happy that I picked it up. So there it is, Nightmare Beach. Always cool to pick up an actual 80s slasher. Alright, I don't know if these ones are particularly... Nope, these are from the 90s. 1990 and 91, we have Scanners 2, The New Order, and Scanners 3, The Takeover. Scanners is a film on its own that is, I feel, kind of complex and strange. YouTube is just killing me with these long-ass commercials, you fucking assholes. Anyways, you know, these are both really, really cool sequels. They're more cohesive with each other than the original, I think. But still, I feel like if you're a big fan of the first movie, you should definitely check these out. And I'll be on to checking into getting my hands on copies of the Scanner Cop movies as well. So, there it is. Scream Factory doing the Lord's work as usual. All right, we got a couple Vinegar Syndrome here. We have two of the Amityville sequels. We have Amityville 1992, It's About Time, and Amityville A New Generation. These ones came out in 92 and 93, respectively. Just another couple Cursed Object Amityville sequels. Nothing really great in my opinion, but I'm a completist. I love the first few Amityville movies, and I had to check these out. I think by getting these, I actually just got the original 9 films altogether finally, so now it's on to all the new Amityville films that have been coming out for years. I think there's like 15 more of them. I have a few of those as well, but not nearly all of them, so. Like I said, not great. I would only pick these up if you're a real diehard for the series, or if you're just into Vinegar Syndrome in general, but really cool to have them. Lots of extras and stuff. Alright, last Blu-ray here, guys. We have Night Watch, another Russian film. This is like more action, in my opinion. I would consider it like closer to something like Dark Tower. In that, you know, for that reason, it wasn't super great for me. I liked it. It just wasn't exactly what I was expecting for one, and honestly, it's just not my thing, you know. It is what it is. Had to check out the sequel, though, when I happened upon it. We have Day Watch, unrated. Same thing, more of an action film, even more of an action film, I would say, with even less horror elements in this one. Still, fun ride. You know, maybe some people will like the aesthetic a lot more than I did. It's just not really my thing. Still, happy to have them. You know, can't deny that I like to check out new films even if they're not really my thing. Alright, on to some films I've had for years. This is just an upgrade. I'm not even sure what type. It's 20th Century Fox Collector's Edition, 15 out of who knows how many, but it's just Predator. Classic film, not going to talk about it too much, it's obviously great. And yeah, just saw this recently. It was very cheap at a pawn shop or something. Decided I wanted to upgrade finally. We'll probably upgrade again because I'm sure there's many more editions out there. I wouldn't consider this one an upgrade because it's got less features than the copy I already have. It's just a separate edition of a film I really love. We have Sweeney Todd, and you know, not super horror, more of a musical sort of thing, but you know, plenty of blood and gore in this movie, and it's pretty much my favorite Tim Burton Johnny Depp movie, so there's that. Happy to have another edition of that. Alright, we have a magnet release here. This one was really creepy and weird and disturbing, and filmed in black and white nonetheless. So we have The Eyes of My Mother from 2016. Oh man, sickening little ride, strange little ride for sure. The beginning of the film hits like a fucking train, and it doesn't let up from there. It's pretty awful to the eyes. And that, you know, for that reason, I really liked it a lot. It's a very brief little film, very short as well, so be prepared for that. It's a short little burn, goes very quickly. I liked it a lot. Definitely one of the better magnet releases I've picked up in a while. You ain't gonna get me this time, YouTube. Fucking bastards. Alright, next up here, we're gonna go back to another 80s slasher here. A lesser known one, it looks like it's shot on video, but it's not. We have City in Panic from 1986, I think? I'm pretty sure it's from 1986, but it may be from later, I'm not sure. Like I said, this is, it looks very shot on video, so it's a cheaply made sort of later 80s slasher. Not the best, but it's something I really wanted to see for a long time, and it has its own unique elements to it, so I liked it. I thought it was worth seeking out. It goes by another name. I'm going to go ahead and reverse the artwork to show you guys real quick. I don't think they would get away with selling it as this anymore. Maybe they would. It's just kind of a dated name. Why won't you go in there? Get in there. Alright. Yeah, also known as The AIDS Murders. So, if you see either of these titles, it's the same film, if you're out and seeking it out. Alright, got a couple more for you guys before we cut it for this update. We have Betty Davis and Joan Crawford and Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. This came out in 62, I think, maybe 63. This is another one akin to like Straight Jacket. Very wacky psycho thriller sort of thing. Bette Davis is fantastic in this movie. So is Joan Crawford, to a lesser extent than like in other movies of hers where she's the starring role. But Bette Davis is absolutely chilling in this. I thought she was fantastic. It's kind of a long one in terms of like, you know, how much is going on in the film. So it's a little drawn out. Maybe people would think it's dry, but I really enjoyed it a lot. My parents just told me about it too. I saw a poster of this movie at their house, and I thought to myself, how do I not have that if they're into that? So finally found them a copy as well. Hope they watch that and enjoy that soon. All right, guys, we have one more for the update. We have The Gorilla from 1939. This is another Ritz Brothers comedy sort of thing. It's like akin to like Three Stooges sort of humor, but then you add Bela Lugosi and a giant escaped gorilla and kind of a proto-slasher sort of haunted house plot line. And you get a really fun ride in about 67 minutes. Very, very brief little thing. I thought it was funny enough. You know, some of these films are kind of hard to make out some of the dialogue because it's so old and the audio track is so beaten up. But this one's not so bad. I felt like they did a pretty good job with this release, even though it's a much older DVD release too. So, yeah, happy to have it. You know, I've been seeking this out for a while. And, yeah, anything with Bela Lugosi, you gotta pick it up. So. That's going to wrap it up, guys. I'm going to keep this brief, like I said. I'm going to get on to some other stuff. I want to be more active. I keep telling you guys I'm going to be more active, and my life is just being consumed by music, which is not a bad thing, but it's stopping me from spending time with you guys here on YouTube, and I want to correct that. So I'll see you guys again much sooner than later, hopefully. And, yeah, keep on collecting horror, watching horror, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy, guys.